Hi Cancer, I hope you guys are doing great. This is going to be a general reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for a couple of the transits that are going to be hitting us the end of November, like I did promise you guys. So we're going to have Venus at 28 degrees of Sagittarius, exact conjunct Jupiter at 28 degrees in Sagittarius at home. Jupiter's loving this placement. Jupiter's all about expansion, luck and expansion. So we love this. This is going to be hitting the weekend of November 22nd to the 24th, because energy really doesn't understand those boundaries, right? So we're going to be entering into December with this delicious energy. So you want to look at where you have 28 degrees of Sagittarius in your chart. It's going to be different for everyone. Well, not totally, I guess. Many people may have matching degrees. But definitely check that out. But for all of us, guys, this is expansive for all things Venusian, right? This is about love and money and travel. This is about what you've been learning about yourself and a new belief system that you've been forming. There's going to be an increase in self-love through love and worthiness and self-value. So if those of you who've been feeling like a little off balance, struggling to feel centered and balanced, your energy field is going to be shifting into these very Venusian areas of love, friendship, relationships meant to be on your path. And it's a shift that's first going to be happening within you that will allow you to create and make shifts in your path that are needed. So this is really, guys, it's a time to set intentions. Hard to do when we're confused, I know, if we're going through some stuff, but really just do it as simply as think about where you've been and where you are right now, and really set your compass in the direction of where you really want to be, and don't get in your own way. Just let it go and live your life, and just know that we have a lot of beautiful, positive, supportive energy heading the end of this month after a pretty tumultuous few months. I mean, some people really thrived in the eclipse season and other people did not. But one thing that we've all done is we've all done a lot of shifting and changing. So we're all going to be feeling this restlessness at the end of this month to bring in the new. You just want to be careful to not slap on those rose-colored glasses. Make sure people are, walking their talk kind of thing. But guys, it's positive. Venus and Jupiter conjunct the galactic center in Sagittarius is giving us an increased ability to see what's possible for ourselves. So it's really beautiful. The word wants to be written is your oracle, Sacred Rebels Oracle. Oh my gosh, Cancer, I love, love, love this for you. Okay. So I get so many... This is such a moving card for me, so I'm just going to tell you everything. First of all, I'm getting, you might have been taught that creativity is something that you have to work hard to access, so that finding your life purpose is so difficult that you must search high and low for it, yet who you are, what you are is within you and wants to come out. Really wants to come out. You don't have to struggle so much. It's more about allowing space for it to manifest and to let the energy flow, because the real struggle is not in finding something. It's more about letting go of the idea that you need to search for your path in the first place. Do you know what I mean? You see what you want for yourself. The process of activating your life path is a natural one, right? The effort is in getting out of the way, though, not in making something happen, if that makes sense. So it's for being yourself, right? Because this is you. This is the foundation from which a true life path will reveal itself from within you. Being yourself becomes easier when you give yourself permission to love yourself, to love, to honor, and accept yourself in all circumstances, especially the ones where you might be more tempted to reject and judge, Really. I mean, this brings you such a beautiful message that what you're dreaming of or seeking to do, what you're looking to create, live, or manifest is actually very natural for you. And that's why you actually want to do it. So if you experience controlling and manipulative forces as you were growing up, Cancer, you would have found it hard to access your natural state at the time, You would have been too busy trying to adapt and get through the trials of childhood. And then when you finished navigating childhood and started to let go of who you were taught to be in order to become who you really are, you may have found your life path wasn't so easily accessible. And that's just because your true and natural self was covered by layers of shame from the early conditioning that you had to be, other than, than who you are in order to win love or to be acceptable, to fit in your family unit. But that natural self hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there within you. So now it's just about, this energy really wants you to chip away at the walls of shame, maybe even being a little defiant, like, just be loud and proud of who you are, and who the hell cares? And that's really what you need to, like, your little mantra, like, who the hell cares? I'm here and I'm going to love myself anyway. This allows you to risk bearing the feeling of any shame that arises as you release old emotional wounds and you break away from any restraints to unconditional self-love. I mean, this is about loving yourself no matter what. And when you do that, this is going to send an energetic message to whomever shamed you in the first place, whether they meant to or not. Your message could be going to a parent, a school teacher, an old friend, a sibling, a lover, or anyone else that was struggling enough with their own shame wound that they couldn't help but dump theirs onto you. Okay? You can be free to realize that the shame is just an emotion here, Cancer, not a truth. And you can defy any hold it has on you. Really. And your ability to love yourself. This is about guidance. This wants to give you guidance that you are powerful enough to break that cycle. It's time to stop the shame and claim yourself in love, in the love that you have inside. But what I really love about this is once the stripping comes down, this internal stripping, getting rid of the shame, all that nonsense, right? That doesn't belong there. This is where, I don't know if you guys watched my last video, I only lightly mentioned it, Chiron and Aries, okay? Chiron and Aries is working with us to transform from a wounded warrior to a soldier with no limits. This transit started February 17th, 18th, I think it was 18th of 2019, right? Recently. And it's going until April of 2027. Guys, we are entering this whole new leveling up stage where, and Cancer, I just feel like you guys have really gone through so much for the past couple of years. You guys are feeling this eclipse season very strongly. The Cancer Capricorn eclipse, this narrative is really, handing many of you your asses, let's just say, right? But this is all about transformation. Really, I mean, I love this. This is awesome. Beautiful. Okay, I feel like I spent a lot of time on that, but I felt like I had to. So positive. I'm so excited for you. The hell with everybody else. You are gorgeous the way you are. There isn't a spit wrong with you. And that's not self-indulgent to say that. Do you know what I mean? Because there's beauty in our flaws, for goodness sake. Okay, I'll take you, High Priest. I like that. We're going to do a Celtic cross spread. And then we're going to pull a couple of love oracles for those of you in relationships to see what's happening there, okay? So this right now is your situation, the High Priest. I like that. What a gorgeous energy to be in, by the way, with all the Sagittarius hanging around, right? Because this is all about you getting in touch with your belief system, right? And then we have the Fool. Yes, take that chance. Take the chance, take the chance. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Seven of Swords, reverse, as crowning. Six of Cups as your foundation. So there's a little missing going on there. Five of Swords, the Sun reversed, still very positive. Ace of Wands. King of Cups, Swords, okay. Some emotions going on here, but let's see. All right, so the Fool is awesome. So the High Priest it's your value system. So you really looking at your value system, like how do you view yourself? We were just talking about this, right? How do you view yourself? What do you think a relationship is supposed to look like? What is your idea of a great career for you? What does that all actually mean? You might have this vision in your mind's eye that you're still carrying from whatever you've cultivated over the years, this narrative that you've created in your own mind. But you're going to be in a space of reevaluating what it is that you mean. There's a lot of changing going on here. And again, it really is very internal. So I really like that. But we have the Fool crossing you. I love it. I mean, this is just about taking calculated risk. Yeah, I mean, just being willing to try something new. There's going to be this willingness that's just going to be fluttering up in your chest, Cancer, to just try something new. You just want to try something new. You're so tired of what's been, and you are just really ready to level yourself up and open up this door. Now, again, this doesn't mean you needing it, because sometimes in tarot, everything gets very dramatic, right? Right? Your dreams and manifestations and all this stuff. Keeping it real, though, this is a very internal energy. And even if the shift is just coming from within you, you having this very definitive, palatable type of new view of yourself, like a new self-concept, a new belief in yourself, and you feeling really ready to take chances that maybe you didn't feel so ready to take 6 months ago or last year. And then crowning, we have the Seven of Swords reversed. So listen, you may be having some resistance from someone in your life. This could be a significant other. This could be a family member, a friend, a boss. But I'm getting that this is somebody who is really more caught up, you know, to reference the oracle, their own shame wounds, but even if it's not a shame wound, their own agenda, their own needs. I'm not even getting, you know, sometimes I get a very malicious vibe off the Seven of Swords, but I'm not even getting that. I'm getting that this is someone who's very, very wrapped up in their own needs, wants, and desires regarding you. And the funny thing about having this Seven of Swords in reverse is, because the Seven of Swords, first of all, is a card of thievery, right? And so because it's swords, it's words, it's thought. So it's somebody coming in and wanting to like bastardize your thoughts, deflect, gaslight, you know, and those are in heavy situations. But it could just simply be somebody like who you're just simply not, you cannot have a meeting of the minds with. But in the reverse, this tells me that you're going to be in a space of understanding, like, it is really their problem. Like they have an issue that they are insisting on making mine, and I don't want to have it. They could keep it, kind of thing, right? So this is somebody else external to you creating these issues that you're gonna, in a way, you just, Cancer, you're gonna, in your heart, you're just gonna be like, this is pointless to have this argument with this person, because they are so dug in to their own beliefs, this narrative that they've created in their mind, their way of handling things, their insistence on deflecting and all of this stuff. And I just really don't want anything to do with it. Because Cancer, you're really going to be tuning into this energy, by the way. And one thing is, Sagittarius is like the seeker and the explorer. And it's just about, I think we're like kissing up into Gemini in December, which is all about fun. And you're just not going to want to deal with that heavy. You're not going to want to deal with the heavy. But now in the foundation, all right, we got to call it what it is. Six of Cups reverse, nostalgia. Really missing something from your past. Putting rose-colored glasses on it, though, in a way where you're remembering things a lot more positively than they actually were in reality. So there's a reason that it's in your past. And the energy here usually does suggest keep it in the past. It doesn't belong moving into your future with you. But there is a deep nostalgia here. Now, for some of you who may be in a space, and I'm going to see what the rest of the cards say, but if you're in a space where you and someone have ended a relationship, and you know that that person, as they were when you were in the relationship with them, they were not good for you. But because the Six of Cups, whether upright or reverse, does indicate reuniting and reconciliation, if this person has changed, and people can make adjustments to themselves for sure through self-awareness, and if someone has had that experience and they're sharing that with you and they want to revisit something with you and you still have feelings for them and you believe them, just be careful again before you even pulled the cards. What did I say? You want to make sure that people's words, their their walk is matching their talk kind of thing. You do want to be careful of that, but this is something I feel like is going to be very heavy on some of your minds. This could also have to do with a career move, a job that you were at once upon a time that maybe you left, and now you're feeling maybe a little, oh, I don't know, did I do the right thing? You know, I'm not sure. Could certainly be also applied for a friendship, absolutely. Now, in your recent past, we have the Five of Swords, which is a fighting card, right? I mean, this is about fighting the truth and what's real, what's not, right? This is these can get into pretty nasty arguments. I do get that you were in a space of just trying to fight. Now, for some of you, this could have been an internal argument of what's real, what's not, what's true, what's not, what's true for you, and what is not true for you. What are, you know, because we all go through that sometimes, of course, right? Particularly as we're going through changes and we're trying to reassess and reevaluate our decisions up to this point in a way that makes sense, that's going to serve our higher good. Throw away the bad, keep the good. What do I keep? What do I, you know? So I am getting that for many of you it was an internal fight. For some of you it was an external, where you were arguing with somebody about what really happened in reality. What was the truth of a situation? Now, in the near future, love it. We have the sun reversed. The sun is still completely positive in the reverse. It just means it's going to take a minute. And that's it. And this is a very, very positive energy. It's the sun. It's about forgiveness and communication and being on the right path. But I feel like you're going to need to go through a little bit of a process first. Some, you know, again, that forgiving, that self-forgiving, and even though a lot of us might be like, well, what do you mean? I really like myself. And, you know, the majority of my issues really do stem from the fact that I just make crappy decisions for myself from time to time. And I'm really sensitive and I can tend to sabotage myself. Well, there's something underneath all of that. It doesn't mean you're a bad person at all. It just means that there are things there that we could all benefit from acknowledging and looking at where they stemmed from. You know, for sure. Okay, now let's look at you right now. You're the Ace of Wands in reverse. So, this could mean a couple of things. The first thing that came to me was something to do with with sex. I don't know why that came to me first. Either you're not happy with your intimate life, or you're really wanting to be intimate with somebody, or you're having troubles in this area, something like that hit me first, so I have to honor that. Okay. But wands are also will, and, you know, the willingness and the ability actually to move forward in every way that means, right? Mentally, emotionally, physically. So because it's reversed and to a new beginning, right? This is a lack of willingness, a lack of motivation for this new beginning. And Cancer, you know, I'm not mad at this, only because, you know what, it just seems like from the energies that I'm getting here, it seems like you're actively like trying to clean up your room. You know what I mean? Like your mental room and your emotional room, where you're just not ready you're not finished closing things out in a healthy way, in the way that you know you need to in order to start this next cycle. But the energy is so supportive of you doing this right now. Yes. Now, what external influence is the Eight of Wands. Yeah, and the Eight of Wands, so this is telling me, okay, all right, I'm going to say this is going to apply to at least a healthy handful of you, this I know. Some of you are waiting to hear from somebody who you have not heard from. So maybe you went no contact with someone who maybe you ended a relationship with and you're missing them very deeply. Because the Eight of Wands in the upright is all about fast communication, right? Lots of communicate, text message, phone calls, emails, productive communication in a way that's going to end up fostering a really great foundation, because it's 8, so it's 2 sets of 4, right? So it's very strong foundation. And in the reverse, I get this sense, Cancer, that a lot of you, there's like a delay in your healing or delay in your desire to move forward because of you feeling in a way that you're not able to fully close something out because you have not had a certain conversation with someone. Now, this does not have to be an intimate other. This could be a family member who you've had a falling out with a while ago, and you just feel like you can't fully heal that. You don't want to close that door, because in your mind you're like, I'm family and I'm a Cancer and family means everything to me, kinds of thing. So I am getting that it's this, there is a missing here during this time period that's definitely really pushing and poking at you. And then we have the King of Cups in your challenge. So as a challenge, this is telling me that you are feeling very compromised in the relationship area. Now, because it's a core card, it could be you or the other person. So in the fear, this could be you just really fearing completely opening up to somebody like 100%. Or you really believing that anyone could do that to you. And that's where, Cancer, that's where we have to get down and dirty and look at that shame stuff. And those of you who are really interested in doing that work, I do want to say I've done the work myself, and it's not easy. I found, I got introduced around 5 years ago to Brene Brown, and look her up, Brene Brown. She has a couple of TED Talks. She has a couple of good books I've read. She does a lot of beautiful work on how to do shame work in a healthy way. And for those of you who feel open to do that, it's life-changing. Honestly, it really is. So much healing comes from that. There's a lot of things we don't even realize come from feelings of shame. It's different than guilt. And it's typically begun in our childhood before we know any different. It's not our fault, right? And then as the outcome, we have the Six of Swords reverse. So I get that this is you, even if just for a minute, and even if just mentally, you're moving away from a situation that's been emotionally toxic for you to deal with. Now, I do feel like if this is something where, you're missing somebody, or you are feeling bad about a job or something like that, this is you giving yourself permission to move away from it and enjoy some of this Sagittarius energy. Enjoy this Venusian climate, right? Of just loving people, connecting with friends, guys, even if you're not in the space of wanting a relationship right now or having that in your life, right? This is even about really good friends. It's about being really straight with your money. It's about doing things that you just really love. And I feel like you're going to be just stepping away, even if just for a moment, right? To just do something that really matters to you, something that really speaks to you. This could be even locking yourself in a room and reading a really good book, or watching some videos that you really enjoy, or taking yourself to a show, or getting involved in something that really matters to you. Just something for you. I feel like you're going to be just getting into something for you. Let's pull some. Get some information on the Six of Cups reversed. Judgment. Nice. The Emperor. All right, Cancer. The Judgment is about forgiveness, and the Emperor is about, think about that transformational leader who knows how to compromise, what's necessary, has the alchemical touch, understands what the needs are of everybody involved, and is the leader of making it happen. So I do feel like in your foundation, you're missing something, someone, a situation from your past, and you are finding forgiveness. You are finding forgiveness. And so, because somebody is coming in, Cancer, somebody is coming in. I don't care if this is a past boss, if this is an old lover, if this is maybe your father, your mother, a family member, wanting forgiveness, being open to this idea of revisiting this in a healthier way as the foundation. Yes. You're going to have the arguments, though, but you're going to build. Look at that. Six of Cups reversed again. Oh my gosh, look at that. Yes. Just the cards are amazing. They just are. Listen. Forgiveness is going to happen with the Judgment. The Emperor is going to come in and just, you know. But you need to set straight what's fair, what's not fair. I feel like the person who's coming back, Cancer, I'm getting that they feel like they were treated unfairly in your connection. And they need to voice their opinion. And they want to build something with you. They want to build something. They've been very nostalgic for you as well. But in the same way, they've been having the same struggle. Should I leave it behind or shouldn't I? Back and forth, back and forth. Seven of Pentacles is about building, but look at this. It goes to the Six of Cups and then what? Eight of Pentacles. Building, building, building. This is you guys reconnecting. There's a reconnection here. There's a reconnection here. I get this mutual feeling though, Cancer, which I kind of love. I feel like you both thought that you were both not in a healthy place when you guys were together. If this has to do with a job, I feel like you both knew it was a bit like fitting a circle in a square when you work there. But I do feel like, and this is going to sound funny, but I feel like some of you are going to be reconnecting with like an old employer or an old job or some sort of situation, or revisiting to something very similar having to do with someone in the past that's going to be able to open up a new path in your career. Yeah, I do like that. Let's pull a couple of cards on that Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Page of Swords, yeah. Oh, beautiful. All right. So, you know, you didn't know what to believe. You thought somebody was being dishonest with you. You're taking a minute. The Six of Swords, we already established that you're going to be doing that. But then we have the Two of Cups, which is all about sharing and communicating and committing and figuring out what's necessary. I like it. Okay, let's pull a couple of love oracles for those of you who are in relationships. And this is just going to be specific to people in relationships. If I can do this. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, repetitive, persistent, working on it, working on it, working on it. Soulmate, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. Yeah, you guys realizing where the heck you sabotage your relationship? Hammer. This always reminds me of my father. I always used to say this about my father to a therapist I went to many years ago, and say, you know, my father, if all you have in your toolbox is a hammer, you're going to treat everything like a nail, right? And that's what my father did, right? He had like this one default setting. But this is about, yeah, just the hammer here is about sabotage, but then rebuilding from that, interrogate, asking the questions, having clarity, being persistent and working on it, because you guys are soulmates. Is a soul connection, partnership, agreement. You guys have a soul contract here. Cancer. It's a soul contract, whether you like it or not. Now, you have free will. You don't have to re-engage with someone who did you dirty, who was a serial cheater, having, you know, children with different people behind your back, this, that. You know what I'm saying. In that case, Cancer, don't even bother revisiting that. Honestly, you're better off just staying where you are and opening up your energy field once you heal to meet somebody new. But regardless, guys, this is a really fun energy. It's Venusian, everything that means. So have a couple of delicious drinks with your friends, or that's someone special, or even just by yourself. You know, go do something really beautiful at the end of the month. Welcoming in December, it's such a cool, fun energy. The energy is not going to be so positive come into January. Listen, all the energy's good. It's a matter of perspective, right? But you know what I'm saying. We have a lot of extra, very supportive stuff happening. Beautiful, expansion energy here. I love it. Good luck to you, Cancer. I'm hoping the best for you. Love and light to all of you. Until next time. Bye-bye.